Alright y'all, I am doing an unboxing today of the Goose Creek mystery candles. There were 3 that were available, and they were of course mysterious. It was fresh, bakery, I forget what the other theme was, but I got all 3. Full disclosure, these were gifted to me by Goose Creek, so I did not buy these with my own money. They have asked me to review them for you and give you my honest opinion, which is what I intend to do. Now these showed up originally on the website with like a, I think it was if you spent $60, you got a free mystery candle. You put it in your cart and you could choose which scent. If you didn't choose which scent, some of y'all said they just put one in the cart for you. And then one of you highlighted that you could just put the mystery candles in your cart. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? So you could technically just buy these outright, and I know some of you did. And I would have done that if I was the one paying for my candles. Thankfully, Goose Creek was kind enough to just send them to me. And we talked about it. We were like, let's wait till the weekend after, just so we don't spoil any mysteries. So, spoiler alert. If you ordered these and you have not gotten your package yet and you don't want to know what you're getting, don't watch this video. At least not until after you've opened it and seen what they are. Now I have peeked at other people's thumbnails I saw where someone forgot to do the spoiler alert on the subreddit. So I've seen pictures, but like as soon as I saw it, I was like, nope, don't look. Because I genuinely wanted to be surprised as well. So, ooh, 3 different colored lids. I'm going to go with the white one first. I don't know why, but that one's calling to me. And this one I think is the fresh one. Cabana Crush. Oh, hi, Marco. I was talking with the hubs and I was like, Marco never shows up in my videos. He's never around, but him and Maud are playing this morning. So he's here, and that's Maud, by the way. I call them the Floof brothers, but yeah, y'all never really see Marco very much. Okay, Cabana Crush is this one. And I think I recognize this striping. I'm wondering if these are going to be a part of future collections, because I think there's a wax melt that has a comparable label. So Cabana Crush, look at that. That makes me want to go on vacation. It's a picture of a beautiful white sand beach, blue sky. Now he's got a ball. Palm trees and then a cabana. I want to sit there and have someone bring me a margarita or a pina colada. And then this wraparound is vertical striping, kind of a purplish blue and an off-white. This is textured. It feels like wallpaper. It's dry. I'm not a fan of that kind of texture, but I think it looks nice. It feels like linen is what it feels like. White woods, coconut water, golden amber, and vanilla sugar. Oh, that's really pretty. It's woody, but not masculine woody. I was kind of expecting it to either be like mahogany vanilla and have like a cologne-y woody vibe, or for it to be like vanilla birch, because it's got vanilla and amber in it and woods, and I'm thinking like it'll be really sharp or high-pitched, but it's not. It's soft. It's feminine. It feels perfumey, but it's almost like it almost feels more like deodorant perfumey. Like it's subtle, it's light, it's not overpowering. There's warmth from the vanilla that almost gives me, it's a sugary vanilla. It feels almost like, which makes sense, it says vanilla sugar. It almost feels like cotton candy that's been flavored vanilla, which I've never had vanilla cotton candy, but that's the energy it's giving me. The sweetness is very airy and fluffy without being cloying and heavy, and then there's just this kind of a simple syrup vanilla energy. It's feminine, it feels bright, it feels uplifting. I like it. I will say cold throw is a little light, so I'm worried about its performance, but we're gonna find out. White lid, white wax, and these are thin, stiff wicks. I really like that label. It's really pretty. Okay, the next one. Now this one I know. Yes, there is a wax melt label in the peach rings, I believe, that's already out with this sort of label. So yeah, I think these might be a part of upcoming releases. Goose Creek on the front. Strawberry banana funnel cake is the scent. It says County Fair Fresh. Oh, that's so cute. Kentucky, established 1998. That's Goose Creek's establishment date. I like this label. It has a like sticky bun with banana. It has on the front bruleed banana, whipped cream, has some striping. This looks like an awning at a fair, like one of the food booths. And then the wraparound is plain in the back, and it's kind of the color of, this reminds me of like the Sunlit Glow jar from last summer at Bath and Body Works. It's a similar color. Stainless steel lid on this one, white wax. These are a little bit thicker, more of a medium ropey wick. Scent notes on this are funnel cake, sugared strawberries, sliced banana, and sweet caramel. Okay. If you like the chocolate dipped strawberry scent, it came out for Valentine's Day the last 2 years, and I've always said there's a hidden banana note in that. If you take that candle, I swear this has chocolate in it. You take that candle and you tweak it and add just a little bit more banana, just a smidge. Ramp up the banana note in there, the hidden banana note. Own it, ramp it up. Then add just a touch of, it's more of a like a caramel sundae syrup. It's cloying, but it's subtle. I don't get funnel cake. I don't get anything doughy or pastry in here. Yeah, this is a tweak of chocolate covered strawberry. I love it. I love that scent. I have 2 of those because I love it so much. This is going to be really good. Because the caramel smells, it's almost like a fresh caramel too. It almost feels a little bit like a Bananas Foster caramel, like syrupy. But it's, again, it's subtle. The forefront is banana and strawberry. I swear I'm still getting a chocolate note in that with a hint of caramel. I don't get funnel cake. Yeah, both of these are really lovely. 2 completely different candles. I love them both. I would rank them both #1, but they're 2 completely different scent families. And then there's this one. Now, I don't recognize this label, so I don't know what this is. This doesn't look like any of the wax melts I've seen. Cool Forest Rainfall. Very reflexive there. You can see it's super shiny on the front, kind of a postage stamp style with a giant monstera leaf. And then the wraparound is greenery. Forest, thick brush, forest green, gold lid, white wax, and these are very thin wicks. Also super short. Almost no leeway there. This is really pretty. I can smell it already. Cool Rainfall, Sweet Water Lily, Eucalyptus, and Oak Moss. It's cologne-y though. Oh, yeah, the oak moss is nice in this. It's more of a fresh, earthy green moss note versus like the waterfall one that just came out in the tropical line that's a very dark, moody moss. This is a very bright green moss. The eucalyptus is giving it soapy vibes. This smells like clean to me and fresh and uplifting, almost like invigorating. Yeah, it's pairing really nicely with the moss note that's in here. There's definitely an aquatic energy here. I don't know that I would immediately identify it as cool rain. Like, it doesn't give me cool raindrops from Goose Creek. I don't know that I get anything that feels like muddy, earthy, dirty petrichor from the water lily. Yeah, it's mostly like really bright, fresh green moss note with eucalyptus. Yeah, soapy, bright, clean, green. is how I would describe it. And all that together with the moss note kind of reads a little bit like a clean man. It's masculine. I don't think it's going to go too cologne-y on warm, but there is definitely potential for that. Let me rank these, although I don't really think it's fair to compare them, but I would do that one as number 3, the Cool Forest Rainfall. It's just a bit too clean for my nose, and I don't like that it's leaning masculine. I love this one, but it feels a bit done. Been there, done that. The Strawberry Banana Funnel Cake, plus I want more of a funnel cake note. I want something a little bit more doughy in that. So that would be number 2. And number 1, this is really pleasant on cold. I just hope that it delivers on strength. I would do Cabana Crush. So I'm going to go fire these up, test them out, take some notes on strength, throw, and how they evolve on warm. I'll get you some burn footage, and I will be right back after the cut to share with you what I found. These are all phenomenal candles. I still have a ranking because there are 2, the top 2 I really like. Of those 2, one of them, I love the scent blend, but I want more strength. And then I like this third one, but it's just not something I would normally gravitate towards. If you've been watching me for a while, this won't come as a surprise to you. It's the Cool Forest Rainfall. This is the opposite season cousin of this, the Shoreline Woods. Both have a moss note. The difference is that this one, the mystery candle, Cool Forest Rainfall, is bright, it's fresh, it's uplifting, almost aromatherapy moss, whereas the Shoreline Woods is spooky, moody, fall, dirty, earthy moss. I think if you like moss notes, you will like both of these. I would burn this one in October, and I would do this one right now. Actually, I would prefer this one in like March. I would do this early spring. Good performer, creeper status. It was coming up the stairs, turning the corner. I would categorize this as strong right off the bat. First burn, no issues, no red flags in terms of burn quality. The moss note in here is sharp. It is very green, but it's also bright. It's not moody. It's a bright green moss note. The eucalyptus, I think, is what sets this apart and helps to lift it a little bit. It feels almost aromatherapy like eucalyptus. It's subtle, but it's adding some like high-pitched sinus clearing element that also almost goes soapy, which I think is what keeps me from liking this one more. It also reads slightly masculine to me, and I don't know if that's the moss note that's making that happen or if there's like an earthy element to the water lily. I think it's well done. I think if you like Temple Moss from Voluspa, you would also like this one, so I do recommend it. I'm going to burn it with Temple Moss. I don't know that I would gravitate towards this as a repurchase, but I definitely will enjoy it while I have it because it's very green. It's very comforting and earthy without going dark, moody, and petrichor like the Shoreline Woods does. Number 2, I absolutely love the scent blend, but it was a struggle to get it going. So I burned this one the first time, unscented. Second time, I could smell if I was close to it. Third time, it finally came to life. And the wax is still gummy because I put this out about an hour ago. So I did have to get this going 3 times to get any strength and throw, and even then I would put this at a medium leaning towards light, but it did fill out the space. I could smell it when I walked into the testing space. This scent is beautiful. The vanilla sugar note that's in here pairs with the coconut water, and it is a warm body care creamy vanilla that's also a little bit sweet. Then add to that, from the white woods and the golden amber, it is a resinous, earthy, almost honey-like scent. I feel like it's a little bit woody. It is a little bit like sweet honey-like, and resin can also have vanilla energy to it, so I think that's amplifying what is in the vanilla sugar. It's a little bit feminine, it's a little bit perfumey, it's a little bit sweet, it's creamy. It is like the perfect bedroom scent that's also kind of atmospheric and earthy. I love it. I will be burning this at my desk this summer to help me relax while I am doing summer grading and fall course planning, because yeah, that's going to get started real soon. It's phenomenal. I just wish it was a little bit stronger, and I wish it had performed right from the start. Now with a name like Cabana Crush, I was expecting that maybe they were trying to dupe Beach Cabana from Bath and Body Works. And thankfully for me, that's not the case. I don't like Beach Cabana. More on that tomorrow. That is a D-stash for me. I'll explain why. This is beautiful. Not laundry-esque at all. I feel like that other one is very laundry-like. So if you like resinous, sweet vanilla, body care, honey-like scents, you will want that one once it comes out. Assuming it's a part of the label that has the wax smell that looks like that. And number one, also Hubs approved, is the Strawberry Banana Funnel Cake. This one also performed right from the start. I would put this at a strong, leaning towards medium, good throw, not a creeper, but good performer. It does evolve on warm. So on cold, I felt like I was getting a hidden chocolate note, and I didn't get the funnel cake. The strawberry was more prominent than the banana. On warm, I don't get chocolate at all. I do get pastry, but I wouldn't call it funnel cake. And the banana ramps up, the strawberry tones down. So first and foremost, you get a very ripe, like squished banana, not candy-like, but authentic and real. Behind that is a very light strawberry note, along with a pastry note that reminds me a little bit of like the croissant note in Almond Croissant from Bath and Body Works. And comparable balance here too. So whereas that one you get mostly almond extract and marzipan with a hint of the pastry, this is the same way. You get mostly the banana and fruit scent with a hint of the pastry in the background. It's not heavy, it's not greasy like I would expect funnel cake. It's just a delicate pastry note that's subtle. The caramel note in here is also subtle. I actually don't even necessarily read it as caramel per se. It ends up smelling more, which makes sense because it says on here bruleed banana. It ends up smelling more like you took the fresh bananas and like pan-seared them, or like melted the sugars in it, got it a little bit crystallized, and it's heightened the sweetness of the banana. So it doesn't read like caramel sauce, and it's not a caramel dominant scent, which I can appreciate. The Hubs asked me, he's like, what are you burning downstairs? I was like, oh, it's the new mystery candle. Do you like it? He's like, it's really good. I was like, yeah, I know. We both, I think, realized while burning this that we're missing gourmands. We haven't done enough gourmands. In May, we were really heavy with like citrus and some cake scents, and having a fruity gourmand going, I was like, yeah, we're ready to get into July, August, because July I do fruit, August I do like ice cream cone, and September I always do carnival scents. So we are ready to get into this sort of candle. Now, if this comes out with the collection, I think it's peach rings and the wax melts that have a similar label to this. I even think this would pair well with peach rings. I'm not a huge fan of that scent, but the like really sweet fruity vibe would mesh well with the really sweet fruity gourmand vibe of this one. So that one is phenomenal. Hope it comes out for everybody because I love it and I highly recommend it. Let me know below, did you pick up any of the mystery candles? If so, which one and what did you think? If you have any questions for me, feel free to pose those below. If you appreciate my Goose Creek content, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe because I do this sort of stuff regularly. And also, again, thank you to Goose Creek for gifting me these 3 candles. This was super fun to experiment with and to try out. I love the idea of the mystery candle, and I hope they do that again because that was super fun. All right, y'all, I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.